plottable, chart the unchartable, measure the unmeasurable. A hollow promise, such feats belong not to mortal hands. But after years of fraudulently offering this to others, I began, in earnest, to yearn for it myself. A quiet desire to journey into the unknown, to quantify it. A lifelong coward, I could never convince myself to act on it. I tell myself as an excuse that I never had any kind of opportunity to act on it. Until one day, I did. Mortuga sought out my services. Not because we were friends, but simply because I was the one with the skills to interpret that inscrutable map of his. Sensing an opportunity at long last, I refused financial payment for the work. Instead, I asked to be brought along on the ensuing voyage. Mortuga was surprised by the request, but he ultimately agreed to my terms. Such was his desire to interpret the map. The work was done, and so we went. Despite my bold intentions, I mostly found myself sheltering within Felicia's cabin during the voyage. All the while, she and Mortuga stood around on deck looking windswept and heroic, far more at home on the sea than I. Regret reared its head. Regret over inviting myself into their world. From within the cabin, I sat and listened to their conversation. Felicia was telling Mortuga what they were looking for, what they were hoping to find.
Did Felicia know what it was before she found it?
Somehow she did. Her description to Mortuga was thus: a mask worn over the head. It facilitates communication with an ancient being of eternal mystery.
That's really how she worded it?
With the right contraption in your pocket, even the great unknown may be quantified and calculated. And here it was. Not a map, not a compass, but a communication device. A translator. Besides knowing what it was, Felicia also knew how to find it. How its location in the ocean would be marked with a wooden buoy that glows with green light. We waited. Night fell. But before long we were indeed signaled by this very light, and the buoy was sighted. Mortuga hauled it up, pulled it all up, right onto the deck. It was heavy, but he was strong. The bell and the cauldron locked together to form that single shape. Mortuga went to unlock it by himself, but Felicia cautioned him against it. She warned that it could be dangerous to stand so close, as the mechanism would be surely powerful. And so they unlocked it together, taking a handle each. Felicia took the mermaid's tongue from within the cauldron.
Did it have the coral and the gemstone eyes?
Yes, they were attached.
And what about the necklace?
Felicia had it around her neck.
She'd come prepared, clearly.
Did she use it?
Yes, I watched her do it. She used the necklace key to wind up the mermaid's tongue and placed it over her head. Felicia spoke through the mask. Her voice was changed. The mermaid was summoned. Entranced, I rushed out onto the deck and leaned over the side. Mortuga clambered up to the wheel in an attempt to steer us away from harm. The mermaid reached out and grabbed the wheel.
And Mortuga's right shoulder?
Yes, of course.
His fingerprint mark.
Mortuga held fast, but a portion of the wheel broke off and fell into the ocean. With her other hand, the mermaid grabbed the mast, almost snapping it in two. The ship buckled and I was thrown off the side into the ocean. I was underwater, but I was held in place by a hand, her hand. She was speaking to me, but it was a language I could not understand. I wanted so much to understand. Sensing the disconnect, she let go. A moment passed, a lifetime. I became vaguely aware that I was about to drown, but I didn't want to leave. At this moment, the broken piece from the ship's wheel floated up in front of me. By its intervention, I was reminded of my earthly existence, my life beyond this singular moment. I was overwhelmed with a cowardly desire to return to the surface, to see the sun, to live, to breathe. I grabbed onto the broken wheel and let it carry me up to the surface. The mermaid was nowhere to be seen. Neither was the dearest Selena.
Wait, the wood from the broken wheel. It eventually became Cornelius Kane.
Correct. It has been my earthly tether. The feel of the wood in my hand, a tangible reminder of that desire I once felt to live and to breathe.
But what happened? Weren't you stranded in the ocean?
Somehow the currents carried me back to the Silkworm Coast. I took the broken wheel piece back home and fell into a deep sleep. After I awoke, I went looking for Felicia.
Not Mortuga.
No, Felicia.
Felicia had been the one wearing the mermaid's tongue.
Correct. Given what I knew of its function, I surmised she may have understood what the mermaid had said to me. I went to the Stone Top Inn, but Felicia was not there. I searched through the empty building until I came to Mortuga's room. I was encouraged to see that he had at least retained the wooden boy and the iron bell. Mortuga was in his bed, asleep. He looked ill, weak. I woke him up. I asked him about the mermaid's tongue. What had happened to it? Where was it? At first, Mortuga said nothing. He merely looked at me. He told me that he and Felicia had locked it away in the cauldron and thrown it back into the ocean. He said they'd kept the wooden boy so that nobody else would ever be able to find it, and they'd kept the iron bell so that even if someone was to come across the cauldron, they wouldn't be able to unlock it. I was horrified to learn this. My only chance of summoning and communicating with the mermaid lost beneath the waves. Or so I thought.
Did you ask about the necklace key?
Mortuga hadn't mentioned it, and I did not ask about it. At that time, I simply assumed it had been left in the mouth of the mermaid's tongue and thus would be in the cauldron. I demanded that we take the dearest Selena back out on a second voyage to recover the sunken cauldron. Mortuga said it was impossible. For one, the dearest Selena couldn't recover it from the bottom of the ocean if it was not attached to the boy. And secondly, Felicia had decommissioned the ship and it was being taken apart at the shipyard. In explanation, Mortuga handed me a folded piece of parchment. It had inscribed a note from Felicia. She was to be leaving town immediately. She did not say where she was going. Mortuga told me he had slept through Felicia's parting visit. He was distraught over it, heartbroken. With a desperate look, he asked me if Felicia had also come to visit me on her way out of town. I told him yes, she had. Mortuga's eyes opened wide. Did she say where she was going?
I must know. I have to know.
I told him yes. Yes, she told me where she was going, and she'd given me the address. His eyes widened further. Give it to me.
I need to know. I'll go after her.
I told him I would, in exchange for the mermaid's tongue. Mortuga told me again how it was impossible. There's no way.
It's lost. You need to let it go.
I didn't want to hear it. I left the inn still clutching the deeds. I went down to the shipyard and spoke with Donovan Drummond. He had begun taking apart the dearest Selena. I inquired about purchasing Drummond's unused submarine, a seafoam submarine. He told me he would be willing to part with it, but it had never been finished. In order for it to be seaworthy, it would need several new parts that would take a long time to build. However, I was determined to find a solution.
You offered to buy both the seafoam submarine and the dearest Selena.
Correct. I suggested we could use parts from the sailing ship to finish the submarine. Drummond merely asked how I was going to pay for 2 vessels. I showed him the deeds to the Stone Top Inn. He accepted it as payment.
Is the inn really worth as much as 2 vessels?
Perhaps not, but in truth I think Drummond was glad to have an excuse to part with them. Besides, I knew all too well the allure of a worthy challenge, a chance to put one's skills to their fullest. Indeed, the task of combining the 2 incomplete vessels into a single seaworthy one was highly intriguing to him, and so it was done.
But if you commissioned it, why was it called the Mortuga submarine? Who painted that on the foredeck?
Drummond did. He didn't want it to say seafoam any longer. Too many painful memories.
But why Mortuga and not Grip?
Because Grip paid for it with the inn deeds, which were in Mortuga's name.
Right. Drummond assumed I was merely acting as intermediary for Mortuga, the true buyer.
Did you tell Mortuga what you'd done?
I told him of my intention to return to the ocean in a submarine I was having constructed. He wasn't happy about it, but the submarine took months to complete. That was enough time to convince him to come with me and help search for the mermaid's tongue.
He only came with you because you were pretending to know where Felicia had gone, and you were withholding it from him.
Correct.
What were you going to do if and when Mortuga realized you'd been lying to him?
It was worth the risk. There was no question of leaving the mermaid's tongue at the bottom of the ocean.
But it wasn't lost in the ocean. Mortuga had it the whole time.
Correct. As I had lied to him, he had lied to me. Mortuga smuggled the mermaid's tongue onto the submarine before we left. He didn't want to leave it behind, but he didn't want me to know he had it.
Smuggled? How?
Mortuga sent me a letter, inviting me to join him on the submarine.
Grip, did you know he'd done that?
Mortuga told me he was going to bring somebody else on board, an old friend, a collector of occult curiosities who might be helpful. But I didn't want anyone to know what we were doing, or what we were looking for. I told Mortuga not to mention me in the letter.
I followed Mortuga's instructions precisely. I arrived in Silkworm and went into the Stone Top Inn, where I found the locked cauldron. I placed it among my possessions and ventured onto the submarine waiting in the harbor.
We departed. Zephyr thought he and Mortuga were the only 2 souls on the ship. I stayed hidden for a week before staging a balloon crash and pretending that Mortuga had rescued me from the ocean. That way I was free to move around the submarine in view of Zephyr, but he could dismiss me as a hapless traveler picked up along the way.
So to begin with, it was just you 3.
But it didn't stay like that for long.
It didn't.
that's wrong. That's not it.
Well, that's about the long and short of it.
No,
What?
you can't leave it like that. You've left them with misconceptions. You should tell them what you know, all of it.
What do you mean? Misconceptions?
Maybe one or two, yeah.
He always did think you would make the best captain, and he did want to leave.
But he couldn't. Not without the information he so desired.
Not just that, since it turned out he had the Mermaid's tongue on board the entire time. I don't think he wanted to leave me on the submarine with it. He didn't want me anywhere near it.
He was trying to protect you.
I'm aware.
So, who was it for?
Me. Once Mortuga found out the inn deeds had been used to pay for the submarine, he realized for the first time that he was its legal owner.
He really hadn't known that before?
No, he'd always assumed I paid for it with my own money. Armed with the new information, Mortuga attempted to use it to control me.
Thus, the command contract.
What exactly was he hoping to achieve?
To strong-arm me into telling him where Felicia had gone, and to cease my search for the Mermaid's tongue.
But it didn't work.
Of course not.
Wasn't Mortuga supposed to be paperwork averse? I'm surprised to learn he would try to control someone with a contract.
Where would he even get an idea like that?
That's my bad. I ended up telling him all about contracts, what they are, how they work. I guess Mortuga thought if I could be controlled by a contract, maybe someone else could be too.
So Mortuga wrote the letter?
Not exactly. It was his idea, but he wasn't one for writing by hand, so he asked me to do it for him.
But why Ibis?
Mortuga didn't want to reveal too much in the letters, so he had the idea to pretend to be a neutral third party. We learned about Ibis from that newspaper page, but it just needed to be someone you would listen to. Honestly, I'm surprised it worked.
Huh. This explains why Mortuga kept asking about my father.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that.
Were you able to tell him anything?
Afraid not. I haven't spoken to my father in years.
Do you think he would have known anything about Felicia? About what happened to her?
It's possible.
You didn't make him sad. He just learned about the death of his beloved friend. What I did, it was...
You didn't know. Symmetry, let it go. Your anguish. That goes for all of you.
Mortuga's actions, his decisions, all motivated by that same singular desire.
It was all in effort to locate Felicia Stonetop.
Her.
Likewise, it transpires that Godric's actions were also motivated by a singular desire.
To commune with the mermaid.
Her.
And when they opened the black box and found the mourning envelope, found the necklace key, it all came to an end.
Well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, open it.
Godric, I really don't know why you're here. This doesn't concern you.
I bet it does. I'm to believe the box may contain information on Captain Stonetop.
Even if it does, it is wholly unrelated to our unfortunate voyage.
I'll be the judge of that. There could be anything in there. Listen.
I prefer you not to shake it like that. Besides, it doesn't open that way. It slides out at the side. Let me do it.
What's all this? A scroll? An envelope?
There's something inside. Wait. What's this?
We both know what that is. That's Felicia Stonetop's necklace, isn't it? Isn't it?
Our discovery of the necklace precipitated two important conclusions. One, we now possess the key necessary to operate the Mermaid's Tower. In my complacency, I had not even known it was missing, simply assuming it lay within the cauldron. But no, Felicia had taken it away with her, and now, through what twist of fate, it had returned. Which brings me to conclusion 2. The fact that her necklace had been sent to her parents in a black-rimmed envelope attested to us that Felicia Stonetop had died. Even through his burgeoning grief, Mortuga could see in my eyes how I wished to make use of the key. Fearing what ruin might follow should I act, he did what he had always done. He lied. Lied about having the Mermaid's tongue on board.
He had your best interest at heart, Godric. We both know this.
However, it was a lie that no longer worked on me, for I had laid eyes upon the truth.
The truth?
About what Mortuga had in the storeroom.
Correct. I had seen Symmetry's drawing of the cauldron.
He asked me to change it. I was going to change it.
So now you had everything you needed. The key, the bell, and the mermaid's tongue itself, albeit locked in the cauldron.
On that note, I had also surmised Mortuga's reason for rigging the iron bell onto a winch above his desk. I concluded that he had set it up this way so that he could unlock the cauldron and access its contents himself.
You think he wanted to use the mermaid's tongue?
You'd like to suggest Mortuga would be immune from such things, hmm?
I concede it may have been an alluring prospect, but actually choosing to act, it displays a dangerous hubris.
Well, maybe he just wanted to be able to get to it, but not actually use it, you know?
Grip, did you actually accuse Mortuga of wanting to open the cauldron? Of wanting to use the mermaid's tongue?
I did, and he flatly denied it, which caused an argument. Truth be told, we were both sick of each other. The last vestiges of our mutual decorum fell away. He attempted to shut me down with cold logic, insisting that it was not possible for one man to simultaneously turn both dials on the iron bell.
Wait, is that true?
Kinda. Depends how big you are, how wide your arms are.
I knew Mortuga would be capable of it, and I could see in his eyes that he intended to do it.
Well, not to side with Grip here, but he was right. Mortuga did open the cauldron, didn't he?
Perhaps his intention was simply to move the mermaid's tongue to a newly contrived hiding place.
Maybe he was just gonna destroy it.
As he should have done years hence, I might add.
Grimoire, what do you think?
I think he wanted to destroy the mermaid's tongue.
Whatever the reason, I knew it was only a matter of time. And what's more, following our discussion about the mechanism of the iron bell, I understood the specific physicality of the task ahead of him.
Physicality?
In order to reach both dials, Mortuga would need to hold his body close against the iron bell. His head, his neck, would be right up against the mechanism.
Overcome with frustration and grief, Mortuga had left the room. He had left me with the necklace key. I felt it in my hand, the metal cold and sharp. I climbed up onto the desk and wedged it into the iron bell around the back so that it would not be seen. At least, not until the mechanism activated.
You're a murderer.
Call me what you will. To me, it was merely insurance against continued deception and greed on Mortuga's part. If he indeed decided to keep the mermaid's tongue for himself, if he decided, as he always had, to keep it from me, then it would be his last decision. The rest you know. Having first locked himself in the room, Mortuga unlocked the cauldron and was killed by the blade of the necklace key. I tilted the submarine in order to claim the eyeball key, which granted me access to the captain's cabin and a path into the storeroom from above. I took the mermaid's tongue from the unlocked cauldron.
And then you went up to the aft deck and used it, didn't you?
I tried to, but you stopped me.
You're welcome.
Tadpole then dove into the ocean and collected the pieces.
Including the coral and the gemstone eyes, which she kept for herself.
Yeah. As for the mask itself, I just left it in my room.
And I took it when I later visited the room to collect hex from the dome tank.
Wow, you're admitting it, huh?
I admit I moved it to a more secure location, ultimately a wise decision, wouldn't you say?
Except, it's not there anymore, is it? It's right here.
It's dark!
Grip turned off the lights.
Someone grab him!
Tongue. It's gone.
He took it. He must have.
He can't have gone up to the foredeck. It's still locked.
What about the aft deck?
Let's go. Maybe we can catch him. he's wearing it.
Are we too late?
I don't...
Grip? Are you...
What?
Wait, where's he going? What's he going to do? Should we follow him? I
Wait,
don't...
what's that on the floor?
It's the compass.
He fixed it.
What's he going to do? Should we follow him? I don't...
He's locked the door.
Can you see him through the window? This is bad. The pressure change, it's too sudden. The submarine's not...
Wait, what's that?
You're taking the control panel. The radios. It's fine, just stay put.
It must be coming from the control room.
Let's go.
We're being held down. We need to resurface.
The submarine can't take it. The controls are going crazy.
Wait.
What did she...
She's gone.
She let us go.
Remarkable.
Let's just head back to Silkworm, shall we? Get everyone off this submarine.
And, Silkworm would be which way?
We got moved. I don't know where we are. No stars, no moon. I don't know which way north is. He fixed it.
You okay, Cynthia?
She's still processing.
Of course. We all are.
That, and we've just been to tell her stepfather that we're leaving Silkworm.
Oh? Where are you headed?
We, haven't worked that out yet.
I know a place you could go.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a couple friends you could stay with. I'll write down the address for you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know about you, but I thought that was all very interesting.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
You must be pleased. You've come away with a new story to tell around the campfire.
Quite right.
I'm not sure it would be wise to tell too many people.
No, don't worry. I'll change all your names to protect your privacy.
What are you going to change my name to?
Detective Galathorn.
Well, I love it.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
Sybil.
Yep, this conversation is over.
Aren't you surprised this didn't turn out to be about the silver snake?
Yeah, I guess. Although, they may be more related than we know.
What? The silver snake and the mermaid?
Yeah.
Catching up on your text messages?
0 missed calls. Can you believe that? 0.
Devastating.
Not even from Vanderpeer?
I'm writing him a message now, giving him the deets.
A
very selective version of the deets.
Smart.
Easily one of the strangest days of my life.
It's in the top 5, at least.
What are you going to do now?
So far, the only thing I've decided on is to go home and have a bath.
A bath? You haven't had enough being submerged in water for one day?
Okay, maybe a shower.
The Stone Top Inn.
5 stars. Nice and quiet. Would sleep on floor again. You okay, Cynthia?
She's still processing.
Of course.
That and we,
I know a place.
Really?
Yeah, I'll write down the address for you.
Oh, thank you.
That was the weirdest submarine I've ever been on.
And the last?
And the last. Is everyone okay?
I guess so, huh?
Fit as a fiddle.
Oh, sure. Just had my human perspective permanently and irrevocably shifted, but hey, what's new?
But what about Grip? Did he die or what?
I don't know. But he made his choice. I really don't think it would do us any good to worry about it.
Sally, did you write down that address for us?
Yeah, I'm almost done. Just writing something on the back to help you out.
Oh, like instructions?
Kinda, yeah.
You know, I really must be off.
Ah, come on. You've got nowhere to be.
You're quite right. Nowhere is precisely where I need to be, and I'm rather in a hurry to get there.
All right, that was pretty good. I'll let that slide.
And, Tadpole and Zephyr stayed on the submarine?
Yeah.
Are they gonna rename it?
Of course not. You've got to keep the Mortuga name. It's like his fingerprint on history.
You say that, but by all accounts, he actually didn't like the submarine very much.
That's true. It wasn't his choice to be there. He spent all his time trying to work out how to leave.
Well, yes, all right. I can see that.
I'd say his fingerprint is right here. It's all of you. It's Symmetry, it's Cynthia, Tadpole, Zephyr, everyone he was kind to, everyone he helped.
Dude, that's real.
But what about the mermaid's tongue?
What about it?
Well, we still don't really know anything about it. How it works, who made it.
Good.
What?
It's good that we don't know. It's right. The mermaid's tongue is a shameless shortcut, a trap for the impatient and the dissolute.
But you don't want to know what the mermaid said?
Oh, I want to know. But as I stand before you now, I can't know. You understand? That's just
the way it's meant to be. You're sure this is the address Sally wrote down?
Yeah, it must be. She wrote something on the back, too.
Oh yeah, what was that? Instructions?
It's a little poem. You should read it.
Me? You're the poet.
No, you read it.
Okay. Eavesdrop what the stars are saying, earthly tethers slowly fraying, floating, helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet.